What does an impact player look like? What are the qualities that identify an impact player? An impact player is a sports term that refers to any player who positively changes the flow of the game when they step onto the court or into the field. The coach inserts an impact player into the game when the need is greatest and the stakes are highest. He knows that an impact player can be counted on to deliver his best and change the game for the advantage of his team. When men capture this vision to become impact players at home and at work, they change the game for their wives, children, and community for the better. So, how do you become an impact player? And how do you know one when you see it? This is what we are striving for together. The 10 characteristics of an impact player. Number 1, ferociously faithful. We will embrace every commitment and honor every responsibility laid before us, learning to love the grind and love the process. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2 says, "Now a person who is put in charge as a manager must be faithful." Number 2, intentional leadership. We will be thermostats, not thermometers, setting the temperature for where we live, work, learn, and play. 1 Peter chapter 5, 2 and 3 says, "Care for the flock that God has entrusted to you. Watch over it willingly, not grudgingly, not for what you will get out of it, but because of what you are eager to serve God." Number 3, relentless pursuit. We will pursue and cherish the heart of God, our wives, children, and the people we care about. We will make the first move. Philippians chapter 3, verse 14 says, "One thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." Number 4, wholly integrated. We will not live compartmentally, but fully integrated lives, heart, soul, mind, and body, with God, spouse, family, and others. Mark 12:30 says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength." Number 5, courageous conviction. We will not back down from what we believe to be true. Even if this world comes against us, we will stand and we will fight. 1 Corinthians 16:13 says, "Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, and be strong." Number 6, linking shields. We will fight together, fight for one another, and pull other men from isolation. Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 10 says, "Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble." Number 7, audacious authenticity. We will be sincere and vulnerable, so much so that it obliterates masks and pulls others out of fake living and imposter syndromes. Ephesians 4:15 says, "We will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ." Number 8, unshakable foundation. We will build our lives, marriages, families, and businesses on the solid rock that cannot be shaken. Matthew 7:24 through 25 says, "Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock. Number 9, sacrificial love. We will lay down our lives, preferences, and desires as humble shepherds and servant kings. Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." Number 10, impact multiplication. We will train up other men, sons, daughters, and future generations to make an impact and leave a legacy. Deuteronomy 6:6-7 says, "And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and you shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." Being an impact player is hard. It requires us to surrender our pride, to push through passivity, to step out of our comfort zones and endure through struggle. Psalm 66:10 and 12 describes this process of growth, saying, "You have tested us, O God. You have purified us like silver. We went through fire and flood, but you brought us to a place of great abundance." To be purified like silver, you must be tempted. And to be brought to a place of great abundance, you must go through the fire and the flood. Impact players exist to help you grow and keep going, so you will discover the meaning to your mess, the significance to your suffering, the purpose for your pain, and Jesus in your journey.